In this video, I want to show you how to use Java text blocks that are part of JDK 15 and onwards, and what they're good for and why you would like to use them. A lot of developers as well as Java projects are still on Java 8, but I really encourage you to increase these versions to migrate to a newer version. And this feature might be a helpful reason or a nice reason why. Text blocks. How do they work? Well, basic. So if we say we have a string, instead of having a string here, how text blocks works is that you use 3 double quotes, and then here the IDE already includes that. So this is basically, well, an empty string. So here we have the following, that we have 3 double quotes, and it always needs to have a line feed, and then here that's the ending. So if we say hello, that's the same as what we had before. So in our case, we could just print this. So this just prints hello, but well, there's a small surprise here. What about all of these spaces? Well, this is how that works. Basically in text blocks, all of these spaces are reduced, but it comes in a specific way, or there's a specific algorithm for that. Why? Well, because you might say for most of the text, you don't want to have these indentations. Sometimes you do, but mostly you don't want them. But at the same time, it would look weird if your code would look like this, right? And then it continues like that. So that's sort of awkward, which is why, well, basically how it works, the process here takes, well, the line with the minimal amount of white spaces that all lines have. So the line with the shortest amount of white spaces basically shows how much white spaces are being taken away from the left, how many they are clipped. And here these lines are equal, so that is the case. In case you would like to have some sort of white space here for some reason. So for example, let's say hello world, let's say we would like to have something like an email. Then that, in the same way, prints the email here just from the very left. So there is no white space here. But there would be if, well, we change it like that. So what you can do, actually, you can use, for example, the last line here, which then shows the indentation starts from, well, 1 to the left, which gives you an additional space. So this might be helpful if you say you use these text blocks, not just for emails with a lot of new lines, but especially for some sort of XML. Let's say you have some sort of structure. Let's put this in that way, where we have an indentation of 2. And assuming this should be done not in that way, but basically as another, well, indented content, where this is part of another structure, where you say, okay, I do want to have 1, 2, or 3, 4 spaces more, which you can do then with the indentation of that particular line. And then now if you format it in IntelliJ, what it does, it, well, jumps forward. Why? Well, because it's the same thing relative, but now it's again nicely readable with the indentation of the rest of your code. So you can control the indentation here by saying, well, using the last line here, or of course using another line if that makes sense, to say, okay, that is now a significant white space that needs to be, well, preserved, that needs to be part of the string. Okay, so that's quite helpful already. Then we can run this example and we see now we can create multi-line strings with indentation if we need to. If not, then without. So this is being a clip from that. This is already kind of interesting and helpful. What it also does, it clips the content from the right, or it clips the white space from the right here. So if I say hello world, and then I print it like that, what it does, it also clips the white space, the trailing white space on the right, which is usually what you want. So my IDE also displays that. But in some formats, such as ASCII doc, for example, that is a significant white space. So if you say you want to have a line break in AsciiDoc, then it's a plus and a white space. And it doesn't work if then you clip it, so that would be wrong. So in this case, what you can do, there are a few other escape mechanisms here for text blocks, such as backspace S. So with backspace, you can in fact escape some stuff, which then is preserved here. So then this will have a white space still after the plus. So that does work. It keeps it here, and you can well, continue. So that's a thing how you can use text blocks here with these white space control mechanisms, which I think really makes sense. So, well, it gives you the best of both worlds. First of all, it trims all of the white space because usually it's unwanted. For the cases where it is wanted, you still have the chance to keep it as such. Okay, that's one thing. Now, what about the quotes, the double quotes that I would need to keep? So that's one of the cool things of text blocks, that these don't need to be escaped. So you could say that's a link and this just works. You can keep them. You don't need to escape any of that, because anything that is not 3 quotes here, you use text blocks with that, or you could even put this somewhere. So I say that's a code here. Well, then you see already in my IDE that doesn't quite work, and well, of course, it wouldn't compile here. What you would need to do, then you would need to escape the first one and say, okay, just in that case, you need to actually escape this particular quote, so that it's clear that this is now part of the text, that that's not, well, the end of the text block already. So that's how you can use it as such. But other than that, it's really helpful to be able to code and insert HTML or JSON or anything that also uses double quotes without needing to escape anything. So that's pretty cool as well. What else you can do if you have a very long line, for example, let's include something in my editor where I say I have some example text in a single line that we're gonna include here. So that's a very long line that I say, okay, this should now be part of it as such. Maybe that makes sense. But now maybe in your code, you don't want that huge string sitting there. So I would like to, for example, have some line feed here. But then of course, this changes the output, because now, well, that's significant in your text block. But what it can do is to have a backslash here that then causes the whole thing to break only in your code, but not in the resulting string. So this is also now the string literal, well, without this line feed, that then I can use, for example, for all of these examples where I say I would like to have this as such, that this should break in such a way. And now this works. Why? Well, first of all, this line, this white space is also insignificant here. It will be taken away. It would be something else. Now you have to pay attention if that starts from here, because then you have a gap, which then says, okay, now this actually needs to start from the same line like then the other ones, which then removes this unnecessary white space again, but still your whole space has to, your whole string has to access spaces if that's what you want. But that's a way how to wrap the string in your code, but not in the resulting, well, string in Java. So that's another very helpful way. Now, if you ask yourself, okay, what if I would like to insert some sort of variables here, which is quite often the case. If I say, okay, I have a long string, but something needs to be parameterized, can I do something like these templates in JavaScript or some other mechanism? Well, kind of. What you can do, you can say, I would like to, hello reader, let's write the message again. I would like to have some variable here that I use, where of course you could say, well, in this way I would like to format it or sort of replace. So the recommendation is to say, okay, replace something like all for a specific regex, or just replace a singular occurrence with my text here or my content, that then will be of course replaced, as you know. So that is a way to do this. I could replace it here in these particular ways. So this would replace this particular string here. That works. Or what you can also do, you could use a string format, where I say string format, please format this in a particular way. Let's have just one again, where you say, okay, now this should be a message content, that should be another string, or that could be of course another text block, where then we say, okay, now this should be replaced for that. So this works, but you don't have to wrap it into string format. Because of text blocks, now there is a new formatted method available that you can say, well, this string dot formatted, and then you just have to pass the arguments, which in my case is just a message, or twice if you want to have it like that. And then you can use it in the same way and it will produce that result. So this is also possible. It is somewhat a way to have these strings in a formatted way, or to include some variables. So these are the things you would need to know about text blocks. If you're interested in the history of it, you can also have a look at the JEP, the JDK enhancement proposal of text blocks, of which you also can read some other explanations and the history about it. And if you found this helpful and interesting, I would really appreciate a like, and I really encourage you to update to a recent Java version where you can use new JDK features. Thanks a lot for watching.